Imagine waking up on a quiet, sunny morning. The birds are singing. The neighborhood is peaceful. You walk outside in your pajamas, grab your morning coffee, and open your mailbox. Inside, hidden beneath the bills and junk mail, there is a small, unmarked brown package. No return address, just your name. You open it, and instantly, your heart stops. Your blood runs cold. Inside the box is a silver necklace you lost 3 months ago, or a framed photograph that went missing from your nightstand. But this isn't a gift from a friendly neighbor who found your lost item. It's a message. It's a terrifying countdown. Because the monster who sent this didn't just want to hunt you, he wanted to make sure you knew he was coming. Most serial killers hide in the shadows. They rely entirely on the element of surprise. They attack in dark alleys, in abandoned parking lots, or they break down your door in the middle of the night. They want their victims to be completely unaware until the very last, fatal second. But this predator was different. He was playing a much darker, much more sophisticated game. He didn't just want to take a life. He wanted to completely destroy the psychological concept of safety. To him, murder was too quick. He wanted to savor the terror. He wanted to watch his victims slowly lose their minds. The nightmare always began the same way. Long before the victim even knew they were in danger, he was there. He would stalk his targets for weeks, learning their routines. He knew when they worked, when they slept, and exactly how they locked their doors. And then he would break in. But he didn't break glass. He didn't smash locks. He was a phantom. He would enter the house in the dead of night while the victim was fast asleep. Imagine that for a second. You are sleeping deeply in your bed, thinking you are perfectly safe. And a few feet away, a killer is standing in the dark, watching you breathe, but he didn't attack, not yet. Instead, he would quietly walk through your bedroom and take something small. He never took money, electronics, or anything of financial value. That would be too obvious. He took items of immense personal intimacy. A favorite ring, a customized lighter, a page torn from a diary, a Polaroid picture from your living room shelf. Then he would vanish back into the night without leaving a single trace. For weeks, the victim would have no idea their sanctuary had been violated. They would just assume they misplaced their jewelry. They would look under the bed, check their pockets, and eventually, they would forget about it. And then, the mail would arrive. By mailing these stolen, intimate items back to his targets, he initiated a devastating game of psychological warfare. When a victim opened that brown package and saw their missing item, the horrific realization hit them like a physical blow. I didn't lose this. Someone took it. Someone was inside my house. Someone was standing in my bedroom while I slept, and they know exactly where I live. He weaponized their most private memories, turning cherished keepsakes into harbingers of doom. What made this psychological torture so brilliant and so pure evil was the forensic void it created. Imagine the paralyzing fear of the victim. They lock every door. They call the police in a panic. But when law enforcement arrives, what can they do? There are no fingerprints. There are no signs of forced entry. There is no physical threat, just a person holding their own missing property that arrived in the mail. The police take a report, but they can't offer protection. The victim is utterly, terrifyingly alone. He ensured that his targets spent their final days in a state of absolute paranoia. They couldn't eat. They couldn't sleep. Every shadow outside the window looked like a man. Every creak of the floorboards sounded like a footstep. He stripped away every layer of comfort, turning their own homes into a prison of anxiety. He wanted them to taste the fear. He wanted them broken before he finally arrived. This predator proved something terrifying about human nature. The murder itself was just the bloody finale of his twisted show. The real crime, the real torture, was the waiting. What if the last thing you saw before your life ended was a package containing your own stolen property? He showed the world that the most dangerous place you can be isn't a dark alley or a lonely highway at midnight. Sometimes the most terrifying, most dangerous place on earth is right inside your own home, listening for the sound of the mailman. If you enjoyed this psychological descent into the minds of the world's worst predators, hit that subscribe button, and the next time you lose something in your house, pray that you never find it in your mailbox. Welcome to Dark Canvas Tales. Stay safe.